Hey guys, All in Crypto here, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video. I hope you've all had a great start to your weeks. Today we're going to, of course, be diving into another CNFT project. Every single day this month, we are going to be covering a different Cardano NFT. The reason being is because we really want to boost awareness to this space. I think the CNFT space is still very small and has a long way to grow, and I think some of the projects that are building within it are very interesting. So today we're going to be covering the Goat Tribe. The Goat Tribe is a NFT that I personally own. I personally am a bit of a goat herder. I don't own that many. I only own a couple, but it is an NFT that I hold, which is always important to disclose. And this is not financial or investment advice. This is just a look at the Goat Tribe project, the Goat Tribe NFT, and giving you a bit of the backstory, the roadmap, and a couple of things associated with it. Very quickly, if you're wondering why this is a bit of a different format to the videos that I usually do, it is because I'm currently traveling, so I don't have all my monitors so that I can kind of direct things on a different screen. So as a buffer, I have put my face in full view. So I hope nobody really minds that. Let's get in to the Goat Tribe, and let's start by just taking a look at these guys. So this, of course, is their website. This is what these little suckers look like. You know, you can see the floor price is 277. I think that's one on JPG. The floor price has actually come down significantly since yesterday. So somebody is obviously, I wouldn't be surprised if a couple of these wallets or a couple of these goats are from the same wallet. Somebody has decided to sort of get rid of their goat or a couple of their goats. So, you know, this is a project, I think I got mine for 120, 130 ADA. So they've nearly doubled. But let's just start really with, you know, talking about what the Goat Tribe is, some of the backstory. They have a really cool, quite a dark backstory to what the Goat Tribe actually is. But let's start with what these guys are, you know, what the project is. So the Goat Tribe, happy Monday, everyone. And today's daily dose of CNFT coverage will be dipping our toes into the wild yet wonderful world of Goat Tribe. Artistically speaking, they are one of the most eye-catching collections out there, and you have got to admire their insane detail and eccentric traits that goes into putting these goats together. Goat Tribe is a collection of 10,000 one-of-a-kind characters that were minted on, you guess it, the Cardano blockchain, so they're a Cardano NFT. For those of you that like numbers, the tribe was comprised from over 190 different assets across 12 separate layers, allowing for a total of 18.3 trillion possibilities for characters, with, of course, only 10,000 ever actually to be minted. Another interesting fact about these CNFTs is that they are created as a vector and finalized so that they can basically be perfectly reproduced as an A3 art print. After all, why not show your CNFTs off to your loved ones and bring them into the physical realm? Let's talk about the backstory, guys, because these guys have a very interesting, quite a dark backstory, which really explains the Goat Tribe and how they came to be. So, the backstory. As with most good projects, there always tends to be a cool backstory somewhere in the midst. As Goat Tribe story goes, and let me just say, in true classic backstory fashion, this starts off pretty dark. A goat farmer's son named Billy developed a crippling fear of goats following a gruesome prank played on him by his brother, involving a mutilated corpse, or the mutilated corpse, of his goat pet. And the sudden death of his father. Fast forward 15 years later, and Billy discovered his brother is still experimenting with goats and had basically found a way to make them into crazy human flesh-eating monsters. And Billy has to face his fears in order to battle with his deprived brother, in order to save mankind and goatkind alike. Sadly, Billy is killed by his brother, and after the extinction of the human race, the goat people began to evolve and build a democratic society and choose to hold Billy as their god and moral compass. And this brings us to Generation Alpha, the collection of 10,000 goats that we have today. So this, of course, is the Goat Tribe. Let's take a little look at CNFT. Let's take a little look at OpenCNFT, see how these guys fare. In terms of all-time value, they're 19th. So they're not the most popular project. They are still relatively new, and they're really only just coming to the forefront and gaining quite a bit of attention. They kind of stayed at quite a low floor for a while. But they did shoot up at one point. If we go to the all-time volume, you can see that, you know, in fact, they've actually stayed pretty constant around about the sort of 300 mark. They come down, I think it's only really today. But these are your goats, and you can see the floor prices here. This is what they look like. They have a load of wacky traits to them. Let's move on to the roadmap. So the roadmap. We'll pull the roadmap up actually very, very quickly. Where are we? So this is what your roadmap looks like. This is a visual representation of it. You can see Q1 is website version 2, the Goat Tribe merch, which I'll probably be picking up myself. This is for 2022. You've got the comic release. You've got Goat Tribe merch. You've got Tribe Stake Pool. You've got Goat Tribe Marketplace. You've got Goat Grass, which we'll talk about in a second, because this could be pretty interesting. And then you've got the comic release, and you've got Goat Tribe merch. And so they've got comics essentially coming to the Goat Tribe. But I've done a more sort of in-depth guide, if you will, or discussion, or I've took some more in-depth notes of the roadmap. So in continuing in the style of most good projects, they have a transparent and to-the-point roadmap of the year ahead. In the first quarter, we can be looking forward to version 2 of the Goat Tribe website and the very first issue of their official merchandise, which I will certainly be picking myself some up of. In the second quarter, we'll see the release of their very first comic, which will be a limited release tokenized backstory, and volume 2 of the Goat Tribe's merch. These guys are keeping themselves very busy for sure. The third quarter introduces us to the Goat Tribe Marketplace and the very exciting Goat Grass. You'll see a tweet here to make some pretty strong suggestions as to what it may be. I'm sure we'll all know what direction they're pointing us in. The last but certainly not least final quarter of the year will be serving up the release of their comic issue 2 and the third volume of the Goat Tribe merchandise, along with much anticipated Goat Tribe Series 0. Cannot wait for this one. And of course, this is the, there's lots coming, and they sort of hinted at this here, which is, of course, the always has beam, the sort of grass that they're hinting at. But what we'll do, guys, is we'll talk about some of the collabs. They've got a collab with Growing Pains, which we'll talk about very quickly, and then we'll wrap this video up. So collabs with Growing Pain NFT. Just 3 days ago, Goat Tribe took to the Twitter space to announce a collab with no other than Growing Pains. This is definitely one of the most unique collabs that I've seen for a while, featuring a customized one-of-one NFT that comes with the physical model auctioned off through their Discord. Super appealing for all the big kids out there that love collectibles and models alike. With so much to come for Goat Tribe. So I'll show you the Growing Pains collab very quickly. This, of course, is them actually making the goat. For those of you who don't know who Growing Pains is, they are another NFT collection. I'm not following them on this Twitter account, which I'll very quickly do. I'm sure we'll be covering Growing Pains at some point. I know one of my brothers is very into Growing Pains. But you can see they're actually making the actual model. And then, of course, this is your goat. So these guys have got a lot going on, a lot more to come. Remember, these guys are still quite new in the pipelines. I know they've got a great community, as I'm always getting asked to cover them. So with so much to come for the Goat Tribe over the course of this year, I can definitely say I'll be watching them closely, as we can expect many exciting things from them. Overall, the project has a dedicated and highly engaging community behind them that can only grow given their up-and-coming releases, clear roadmap, and fantastic collaborations. You can show them some love over at Ada, Goats, and even hop into their Discord, which I'm sure I'll leave a link for in the description. That's it from me, folks. If you have enjoyed this content, a like is always appreciated. So is a comment. Apologies for this format. Hopefully you guys haven't minded it. It's not a very high-resolution camera, but I will, of course, be back on track to this sort of normal layout very soon. So that is really the majority of what I had for you. Let me know your comments in the description. Do you like Goat Tribe? Do you not like Goat Tribe? What's your thoughts on this NFT project? Like I say, I own them. I pick them up at a lot cheaper rate than what they currently are, but certainly it's a project that I'll be holding on to see how they kind of progress. The entire CNFT space is very early, and this is a project that's early within that. So thanks a lot for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Please like, share, and comment on this video. It's not only going to help my channel, but it will really help boost awareness to these projects that we're covering every single day this month in our kind of CNFT campaign. Thanks a lot for watching, guys.